Beauty is all around us. This gives us reason for hope. This gives me reason for hope. Hello, my name is Christine Jurisic, and this is a Retreat, Reflect, Renew monthly reflection, Beauty with a capital B. Beauty is the intensity of red in a rose that gives the look of soft velvet and leaves you in awe of its richness. I love my roses in my backyard. Beauty is the vibrantly colorful fresh fruit on your plate and the feeling of gratitude and connection you have with all who allowed it to be there. Beauty is the sky. Look up and look at its uniquely stunning cloud formations and variations of blue and white that conjure up awe and wonder. Beauty with a capital B. I did not think of this on my own. This is from the book The Invisible Embrace Beauty by John O'Donohue. And he talks about beauty with a capital B as an invitation to open our hearts and minds to God as creator of all that is good and merciful and beautiful, and to recognize how God speaks, heals, comforts, and sustains us through God's beautiful creations. O'Donohue says, if you choose to look for beauty, you will find it everywhere. It is a choice. Here is his quote: "Beauty is so quietly woven through our ordinary days that we hardly notice it. Everywhere there is tenderness, care, and kindness, there is beauty." End quote. So why are we so drawn to beauty? Why does it just make us stop and pause and be in awe? And why do we find comfort in a precious hummingbird or a fluttering butterfly? Because God speaks to us through this beauty. We yearn for beauty because we yearn for God's goodness. Here's another quote by O'Donohue. "The human soul is hungry for beauty. We seek it everywhere, in landscape, music, art, clothes, furniture, gardening, companionship, love, religion, and in ourselves. No one would desire not to be beautiful. When we experience the beautiful, there is a sense of homecoming." Some of our most wonderful memories are of beautiful places where we immediately felt at home. We feel most alive in the presence of the beautiful, for it meets the needs of our soul. End quote. I want to repeat that last line. Beauty meets the needs of our soul. Sit with that for a moment. When there is a deep longing for beauty, there is a deep longing for God. In the middle of a deep disappointment, loss, or stressful situation, and desperately wanting a connection with the divine, the invitation is to look for one piece of goodness around you. And many times that one glimmer of divine hope is found in a quiet moment, when you pause and look at a flower, a beautiful leaf, or an awe-inspiring formation of birds in the sky. O'Donohue explains the connection between a longing for beauty and our longing for God. Here's his quote. In Greek, the word for the beautiful is to kalon. It is related to the word kalin, which includes the notion of call. When we experience beauty, we feel called. Think about that. When we experience beauty, he says, we feel called. Continuing his quote here, the beautiful stirs passion and urgency in us and calls us forth from aloneness into the warmth and wonder of an eternal embrace. It unites us again with the neglected and forgotten grandeur of life. We respond with joy to the call of beauty because in an instant it can awaken under the layers of the heart a forgotten brightness. Beauty gives us hope. as we see that God never stops creating. It is a choice to recognize beauty. Making that choice to pause and notice the wonder of a unique formation of branches on a tree is how we cultivate hope. This hope inspires us to co-create with the Creator and spread more beauty into the world. O'Donohue sums up the importance of beauty in a trying time. He asks, quote, "Why turn to beauty when the world is in crisis? Because there is nowhere else to turn, and we are desperate. It is as simple as that." End quote. My heart feels hopeful when I gaze at my rose bushes in my backyard and notice the different stages of growth. From the branch that looks lonely without a bloom, to the bud slowly revealing new life. I love gazing at those buds. To the rose that inspires me in all its boldness, bold beauty. Each stage reminds me of the different stages of grief and the potential for new life within me. It calms me. I see my sadness within the universal cycle of death and new life, and am comforted to know that living, suffering, dying, and rising are all part of the Christian experience. And I can see that and be okay with that just from reflecting with a rose. Beauty with a capital B is what brings this all to my attention. Hope is found in the awareness of our sacred place in the universe. Beauty brings forth hope in that it connects us to our imagination, creativity, each other, and to the web of life. As spring and Easter near, I invite you to spend time with beauty and recognize beauty with a capital B. Find something awe-inspiring and sit with it. Breathe with it. Touch it. Smell it. Listen to it. What is it telling you about God's mercy? How is it inspiring hope? I hope you will click the subscribe button for more monthly reflections and visit us at retreatreflectrenew.org, where you can read more reflections, find out how to share them in our sacred circles and on Zoom and in person, and join us for an online or in-person retreat. Retreat, Reflect, Renew, a Christ-centered retreat ministry dedicated to creating sacred space for people to grow spiritually and in community. Thank you for listening.